Yes, sirski. Look who we got in attendance today. Welcome to Business Decision. Welcome to Business Decision Sports. We have casual debates by the casual fan. So if you was here on Friday, y'all would have got a chance to see the rant, and maybe you should go back and look at that because it was kind of epic. But we're going to talk about the hire now in addendum to that. But we had a half a crew last week with the full clip. Now we got the extended banana. We got the 100-round clip. We got everybody in attendance tonight. You know what I'm saying? We got Big Cat Crush 19, Big John, and
what up?
What we calling you right now, Josh?
The percolating penguin fan.
The percolating penguin fan. So, man, welcome. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. Well, we gonna talk today. We gonna talk about Shedeur going to the Pro Bowl. We gonna talk about the new Steelers hire to see if Josh had a change of heart. Because when I heard about it, the first person I thought about was him. So I wanted to see what he has to say. And we're gonna talk about a little bit about the NFL coaches' musical chairs. Then we're gonna talk about the weekend that just passed in the NFL to lead us up to the Super Bowl prediction. So, but I want to start with some things I saw when I was on the internet perusing. It's called, did you see that? Did you see that? And if I have to see it, you have to see it. And I want to know what y'all think about this. All right, I was looking at this video. You should like this one, John. I was looking at a video. Oh, it did it. Okay, here we go. Here's the video.
Golden State? I had a lot of really good teammates. I would probably say Kevon Looney, who's on our team now. We grew up together, so we kind of had a relationship. But Steph's up there, Clay's up there, Andrew Wiggins up there. All those guys are still super cool. You used to watch when we were in Golden State?
But how did you feel when Draymond punched you?
Oh my God, tough, bro.
Wait, what did he say?
He said, "What was it like when Draymond punched you?" Hashtag kids say the darndest things.
Kids say the darndest things. Hey, let me tell y'all this. You know, I don't condone violence. I understood why he got fired on like he did. But check this out. We gotta break this out real quick because this is funny to me. Look at the Chester Cheetah smile he got on his face, right? Let me tell y'all something. You know, you ever had like athletes come to your school when you were little and all that other stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so now look at this little kid, the little black kid right there. He probably watched the Warriors because he likes Steph Curry. And look at Jordan Poole's face. Got a smile big as Texas on it. Look at it.
What was your favorite best teammate when you used to play for Golden State?
Golden State? I had a lot of really good teammates.
Hold on, pause real quick. Did he have to really pick up the jersey and the shirt and everything and have to like show his stomach and stuff? Like, did we have to do that?
This what happened, bro. Hey, the kid is next tier, next level reporter. He hit him with the softball question like, hey, did you have any teammates you like in Golden State? And Jordan Poole was like, I hope you don't ask me about Draymond.
Teeing him up.
Draymond.
What happened was when he heard that team Golden State, that he was like, oh shit. He was hoping he didn't ask that question about getting knocked out. Right. So when he hit him with the soft one first, he was like, oh, okay, then we cool. He kind of loosened up. And then I think the other kid asked him about the punch. It wasn't the same one. I think they was going around the table.
I looked at the video. I made sure it was the same kid.
Yo,
I made sure it was him.
Oh, okay. So if it was the same one, then he was setting him up. But if not, if it would have been two different kids, You know damn well they discussed it beforehand. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do this, and then you come out of nowhere over the top.
Hey, even if it was a tandem tag team thing, they should definitely be on the next detectives in the first 48 in about 2045.
Hey,
Like,
goddamn
cause
kid.
look, they got Jordan going on one, so he like, I hope he don't say nothing. Now watch this.
We say Kawhi Leonard, who's on our team now. We grew up together, so we kind of had a relationship. But Steph's up there, Clay's up there, Andrew Wiggins up there. All those guys are still super cool. You used to watch when we were in Golden State?
Look, he tried to hit him with the. Used to watch his movies in Golden State. Kid was like, nah, forget all that. This is what I want to know.
How did you feel when Draymond punched?
Oh my God, bro.
See how that smile went from there? Look at that face from there.
Oh my God, bro.
To there. He started there and ended up somewhere else. So kids say the darndest things. That was so funny to me. Jordan Poole is not going to live that down, apparently, right?
And even so, what was it?
to get asked that everywhere he goes now.
Yeah, not even just getting knocked out by Draymond. Now he's gonna get asked. So, what was it like having a 7-year-old put you on blast for getting your face caved in?
That's
that was cold work right there. All right, so then I scrolled a couple more down because algorithm is so Bay Area, hence Business Decision Sports. And look what I seen. The Warriors are the second most valuable sports team in the world, Craig. In the world. Behind those Dallas Cowboys. But we're the #1 basketball franchise. Look at that. Look at it. Look
so
at
y'all
it.
just jumped above Boston and LA.
It's that China money. Steph Curry, real popular in China.
Yeah, and LeBron James ain't.
Hey, last time I checked, Warriors did the Chinese jerseys and all that Asian stuff on their stuff. The Lakers, man.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, they know how to market it
Yeah,
over
it's
there.
actually pretty interesting. LeBron probably doesn't really change the value of the Lakers. They are what they are.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
time
that's
for him
true.
to go too.
Oh, wow.
We can get into that later.
Yeah, for sure. So here's the story. Here's a comment from the Pens fan.
I won't call him out, even though I can't read the comment.
The comment said, imagine going to a school thinking you're going to inspire some kids at school and then being reminded that you caught a fade. That went viral.
By a kindergarten.
For real. Now, it's funny that y'all say that, the Warriors. I mean, there's a couple things I looked up, the reason why the Warriors are where they are, and I'm going to give you the Cliff Note versions of it, but it says because the revenue from games and events, they do be packing out their stadium, and it costs hella money to go there, man. I mean, like, since they moved to San Francisco, it just costs more. It's a different experience. The media
new
rights
arena.
and broadcasting deals. What'd you say?
The new arena, right off the bat, drives up net worth and team valuations. So yeah, shot up.
Yeah. I mean, you're in Frisco, man. They tying knots up in the second level. You know what I mean?
God damn
The
it.
media rights and broadcasting deals. So because the Warriors stay on TV, the merchandising and licensing, the sponsorships and partnerships, the ownership and management, the market size and demographic. And so people ask, why did the Warriors leave Oakland? Because Oakland is not a big market. They couldn't have got to where they are if they didn't. They only moved like about 20 minutes away. So it's not like really a big shift for the fans other than the experience as far as this location. But that 20 minutes,
It's
that
real
20
open
minutes
now.
threw us into a big market.
Oh my God, Joe, would you stop?
Yeah, it's 20 minutes with no traffic.
Well, it's only like 30 minutes with traffic. It's right off the bridge, so 30 minutes with traffic. During
Yeah,
game
whatever.
time
But
about 7.
you still
They,
took them out of the Oracle.
they opened up to a whole new fan base.
Oh my God.
They ain't open up to nothing. Their fan base was already there.
Yeah,
If you just pay attention to the team we got going
You
tonight.
just moved over.
Don't feed the
You just moved
animal.
over to
Don't
the.
feed
You
the
just moved
animal.
over to the rich side of
John,
the
don't do it.
motherfucker. Hey,
John,
that's
don't
like
do it.
that's like San Diego going up to L.A. Why did they do that? Yeah, because there's more money in L.A. Fuck San Diego.
No, you're not getting what John's putting down, but it's good that you're not exactly getting that, Crutch.
bro, they moved across the bay to those. They switch hitting, man. Keep up, bro.
Oh shit! See, there you go. But they got more money though.
I ain't going to deny that. I ain't going to deny that.
Yeah, they got deep pockets for a few reasons, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
That's why they got that knot tying up in the second level.
Hey, I ain't gonna let y'all
That's
sit
a
there and keep
competition.
talking about California, bro.
I lived out there, bro. I know what the
I
fuck's
guess it's
going
time
on
to
out there.
move on. I guess it's time to move on.
Yes, please.
I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's more to come. No
Pause.
pun. No
San
pun.
Francisco? Yeah, for real.
No pun intended.
Pause.
What is Gino? There
They
will
say
be
Geno
no
Smith
more.
is so bad. I call this Geno.
I saw this.
This is Gino.
Team
Oh
he's playing
no.
now as the number 1 pick in the draft. What do you think about that, bro?
Hey, there will be no more Gino in Las Vegas.
That's the Raiders being the Raiders right there, man.
But first, these motherfuckers, and I don't mean to talk about y'all team because I talk about mine too. But will y'all find a coach that's gonna actually coach and not just sit off in the Bahamas somewhere and collect paychecks from y'all? That don't make no sense. Y'all steadily paying coaches to do nothing. Shit. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I'll be rooting for y'all too. Shit.
It's pretty hard to accomplish what they've accomplished for the past 2 decades.
What? Keep getting head coaches?
Yeah. It's amazing.
Ain't hard. Ask Cleveland.
That they can't. Not even Cleveland's been this bad.
Well, it's not Geno Smith's fault that we got the number 1 pick for sure. So I know people don't like Geno Smith, and most of those people don't know football outside of Madden. So
he
and
helped.
I'm not saying that saying you gotta like Geno Smith, because you could be a football head and not like him for legitimate reasons, but a lot of these people don't like him because of the result that we got, not looking at the big picture. The big picture is our franchise is really just screwed right now. And we need to get it together from the top down instead of the player up. We keep wanting to blame Geno Smith and all that other stuff. Seattle, they got a number 2 defense, or they top 3 defense. They got Clint Kubiak. I mean, like,
They got a stud at wide receiver.
So, I mean, like, that's night and day. I wouldn't. This is what I don't like about Raider fans, because they find we've been so bad so long. We know how to scapegoat anything. We scapegoat everything. We didn't went so far. We didn't scapegoated Pete Carroll at this point. So, it's not Geno Smith, man.
Well, Carroll certainly he definitely contributed to taking the franchise in an even worse direction.
Nah, you can't blame that on Pete. He only had 1 year to try to turn things around. How you gonna give a head coach 1 year to try to do anything, man?
Because in that 1 year, he decided to hire unqualified coaches to put around him, like his family members.
The most unqualified person on that staff was freaking Chip Kelly, and I hate that we
Right.
did not go live in the preseason like we normally would, because I would have been blasted out like I did on other shows about Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly has never been that guy, and he sabotaged us for what 9-10 weeks. So, and plus we didn't really have our whole squad because of injuries, and it was many things. But Chip Kelly was the main piece, and I thought that's probably the only piece that we needed to change out and let Pete.
Nope. I can't agree with that.
He only had 1 year, but if he was the one that hired him, then yeah. But I don't think he hired him. I don't think he really messed with the offense side of the ball like that.
Why would you say that? He hired his son to be the offensive line coach.
But just because he hired his son,
he did do that. So
that don't mean he gonna hire him to be the offensive coordinator. I mean, Pete Carroll got long reach up in that system. So I'm pretty sure Chip Kelly wasn't his first option.
The best thing Seattle ever did was put him upstairs. There was a reason he was up there. That was more of just like a thank you, like give him something to do. That's why he had nothing to do with the football program in Seattle.
Well, yeah, Pete Carroll really didn't have he don't have a good track record with the offensive line. So mixed with that, I'm not saying the offensive line definitely took a step backwards.
And
so
he's a defensive coach, right? So what did you expect to happen when the coach wants to run his defense, and then you keep the defensive coordinator that you used to have that doesn't even run that system, and you forced it down his throat? What did you see over and over with the defense all year? Missed assignments.
I think our defense would have been a lot better if our offense wasn't so putrid. But I did see like a hybrid version of defense between Pete Carroll and Patrick Graham. At the beginning of the year, our defense was playing middle to upper middle.
What, after the first week?
I mean, you did beat the AFC champion in New England, and you made the eventual, either he's going to win the MVP or he's going to finish second, but you made the MVP look pretty damn ordinary that first week of the season. So, I mean,
yeah, I think we were all right though, really, to be honest. But defense, I think if we'd have got some help on offense, it wouldn't have looked as bad. But I'm gonna put my hat on. I'm blaming it on Chip Kelly. I'm blaming him. I'm giving him about 75%.
doubling down on it,
about 60. He certainly didn't help.
I'm gonna give him 68.2%, the majority.
There you go. Let me Black, if I may. Since he wasn't on the show Friday, I gotta ask, what are John's thoughts on Mendoza and him going to the Raiders, et cetera, et cetera?
Gotta try it. Gotta take a quarterback at some point. Can't keep retreading these guys.
But let me ask you this on top of that.
He's the wrong guy. Gotta try it.
Why would you take him and you don't have nobody around him yet? You just gonna hurt him.
I could name several franchises that have done that.
But not only that, what y'all think they're not going to go out there and address the O-line? This is only the draft. It's not like the end of free agency.
No, I get it. I'm just saying. They got a whole lot of pieces that they got to plug in. They got a running back last year. Okay, good. But you still need to see what he can do because they didn't do nothing with him this year. So we
They
still
did
need to
do
see what.
something with him.
We can't say they
Oh,
didn't do
oh,
anything with him. They were limited to
Yeah,
what they could do with him.
okay,
right.
let's say that. Okay, let's say that then. However you want to push it. I don't care.
You don't know,
But
however, there's a
we,
difference.
all right,
Mm.
but we still need to see what he can do. Period. End of discussion. No matter if he did whatever, put him in the wash machine, whatever. You still need to see what he can do. Right? Right.
Hmm.
So now we need receivers out here. We need a line. Shit, we got a whole bunch of shit we need around this dude before we can just put him in here and just think he just gonna turn the damn franchise around.
That's why you spend $105 million in cap space wisely.
And I don't
And
know why everybody
we
keeps
talking
saying just
about who?
turn it around. You don't just turn. I guess the league has been spoiled with teams that have one good year, and then all of a sudden now they're like contenders or something. Um, nah, like we're not, the Raider franchise. We got a few things to take care of. Now, as far as the quarterback, we already know that Genty is a competent running back. Like, there's no question about that. He can. If we get a decent line, he's going to be able to do some things. We've seen it with the limited line that we had. We already know the same thing about Brock Bowers. So we got a tight end and a running back. We do have a couple of linemen. We do need to invest in the line. We need to go get like 3, 4, 5 linemen. But with that,
I I said it. I said it on
and that's
Friday,
just
and
for
I'll
depth, and that's just for depth because a lot of teams end up having to shift their line around all year long. So
right.
I think we have a competent left tackle. We got JPJ wherever they freaking decide to put him,
That
and then your
that's
boy Glaze. Although he be getting glazed, he gonna be in his third year of actual under fire playing. So
I think
he's gonna be able to be competent. So really, we
I
need like 2 to 3 to 4 linemen. Like 5 would be
I
great.
I really think you should go after Tyler Lindenbaum and move JPJ to guard. Linderbaum's going to be available in free agency. Go get him. That's your center. He's a Pro Bowl center. And then you can move JPJ to guard. Where, if I'm not mistaken, did he not play guard at Oregon? Wasn't that his natural position in Oregon, and they moved him to center, or was it the other way around?
He went from center to guard.
Okay, but I would put him. I would keep him at guard and let Tyler Lindenbaum be the anchor of your offense at center. Um, Gives that experience, especially if you're going to have a young quarterback like Mendoza back there. Um,
Well, that's the other
have it
thing. Like I said, you got 100 million, right?
Yep.
It's not all going to get fixed in one year. But
Right,
even if they
but
take the quarterback, they still have 9 other picks in the draft.
right,
9.
you need to
That's a lot of picks.
weaponize your draft capital and your salary cap situation. You can absolutely weaponize all that.
So what I'm hearing y'all say is Mendoza is really just that damn good that you would take him in the first round.
No, I'm saying when you have the number, I'm saying he's the best quarterback available in this draft, and you have the first pick, so you take him.
But is he really though? I mean, have you really actually watched him play all his games, or you just seen a couple of his games and he looked okay and then he looked good? I mean,
He's been a veteran for 2 years. I mean,
He was
that's like saying that I watch Josh Allen play every game. No, Josh Allen's pretty good. I mean, you can say that about a lot of quarterbacks.
he's
I,
okay. He was decent at Cal. He went to the right guy in Signetti at Indiana to really showcase his
what
talents.
his
That
strengths
he
are, right?
right, but I mean, would I say he's the best raw talented quarterback? No, but we've also seen raw talented quarterbacks flub. This dude is what the Raiders need at quarterback. They need a competitor, a dog, as you would. He's that dude. Like, that's a dude that's going to go in there and it'll be funny to see him in Vegas and with the Raiders of all teams with the hardly any swearing or no swearing Catholic dude. But I mean, that's kind of a joke. But
So
when
so
he
let
when
me
he
ask.
steps on that field, he's that dude. Like,
So would you swap and drop down and take Lamar Jackson and
Nope,
give up your first round pick?
not a chance. I wouldn't.
at his current cap hit at 75 million and just dropped down to what's Baltimore picking? 14? If you're saying it's just Lamar and I have to and we're only doing a pick swap in addition, no, because if you take Lamar's huge cap hit on, you then have to deal with him as his own agent. Also, he's got a ton of miles. He has not finished a 17 game season or even 16 game season in quite some time. And you really don't know. Like, that's I the Raiders need to weaponize their cap situation.
I'm,
Lamar has no business going to the Raiders. No offense to the Raiders.
no,
That's
no,
not a
I
situation that's
I just heard your argument, but I heard you also say that you have no idea what you getting with Lamar, or because he got tread on his tires. Do you realize this dude is
no,
a two or
you
three
have
time
no,
MVP?
no, you have no idea what you're getting with him dealing with him as his own agent. That's what a lot of people in Baltimore are tired of with him. Like, low key, like
I don't even care about that.
he was right,
Yeah,
but the
I have no
Raiders,
interest in Lamar.
but the
that ain't no
Raiders,
hard issue that ain't no hard issue to deal with, because he ain't the highest paid quarterback and he ain't the lowest paid. So evidently they negotiations ain't too frustrating and going through
his
like that.
cap hit
They
next year
just
is
don't want to listen.
75. His cap hit next year
Lamar
is
Jackson is
75
absolutely
million.
the highest paid quarterback next year. I don't
His
even
Well,
cap
care
hit
about the money. I don't
look,
even care about the money.
right, but
I
that's a part.
show me
But my point
show
is
me
that it's
his
a part
resume
of
in the
it though.
playoffs. That's all I care about.
I
I
hear
don't.
you on the
The money
playoff
takes care
resume,
of itself.
but the cap hit and him being his own agent and that difficulty and everything, that all plays a part. It
Oh,
does
sure it
because
does.
and so if I'm their front office, I'm looking at Baltimore and I'm like, we might have taken that offer 2 or 3 years ago, but not now.
I don't care if we could
I
afford.
would have taken him 2, 3 years ago.
I
Like
don't care if we can
Lamar.
afford him or
I,
not. He doesn't. He doesn't fit. He doesn't fit with the Raiders. He's not. He's first of all, he's almost about to be overrated now. If y'all keep bringing him up, like he's
I have no
declining.
interest in him.
He's declining right now. So at the end of the day,
Wait,
with
let me ask you
Lamar
something.
being the agent, made it
Let me
hard
ask you
for him
something,
to
Buck.
get a contract in Baltimore. He finally got the contract. He ain't cashed in on the contract. They went and got him a running back. So what do we need Lamar for now? To go with
Buck,
somebody like Mendoza, it's good that we have somebody that's not gonna be all up in the strip club. Somebody that ain't gonna be talk on Flamingo and Durango and shit all during the season and all that. I didn't particularly care for Mendoza to begin with either, but I started really watching him. I didn't watch him during the regular season. I did watch him during all the playoffs, and he when the stakes counted the most, and he did his thing. I was impressed. Yeah, I'm not easily impressed, but I saw some things that I was like, okay, this will fit what we need in order for us to get a piece that we could use so we could start to turn this thing around. And him being like he went to Cal. He went to Cal, went and got a good ass education, played there. You only gonna get it so good at Cal. Then he made a business decision, went to Indiana, looked like it panned out, ended up being a Heisman. He's a business mind, like a business level mind, like he's a smart guy and he's learned and he know how to take a franchise and turn a franchise around, or a school in this case. And so he's used to it. So he's not coming in a situation where he's not familiar. And he knows what's going to be accepted in him. He's going to say the right things. I think he talk a little too much, but he doesn't really mess up his words. He just look a little corny sometimes. But I could go with that. I would rather have him talking for us than Lamar Jackson because yeah.
Let me ask you a question because I somewhat agree with what you said. What is more likely to happen? That you try and start a new legacy with this kid in the first round and the first pick, or do you trade for a quarterback that has shown, I don't know, 5 different times that he can't get to the finish line and doesn't win playoff games? I
But
don't care about the money.
first of all, you
Right.
gotta
It's a
understand
no-brainer.
he ain't the one who dropped the pass.
No, it's not. It's not. See, we could parse
He's
it
not
all the way
the
around, getting
he's
into
not
that
the one
word,
putting his back there getting hurt.
fumbles.
Oh, hold on, wait. I want to cross the answer. His style of play has nothing to do. The way he chooses to play football has nothing to do with him getting hurt.
Yeah, it might have something to do with it, but I mean, you can't fault him for people dropping passes that's hitting them right in the chest.
So they losing because they dropping passes, or they losing because Lamar be hurt, or Lamar, his style of play is just not conducive. They literally went and got Henry and got no better. Like,
Okay,
what do
so
you
let
think
me
the
ask
Raiders are
you
going to
this.
be able to do? The Raiders,
Let,
even if we were able to pick up Lamar Jackson, we can't pick up another big player like, so
Well, you can't pick
that's
up
not going to
anybody
fit, man.
because if you pick him up, even if you restructure his contract, you're still that's eating up the majority of your cap space, or at least half of that free cap space that you guys have. You're using it on one player, so you're not going to be able to go out and I mean, you might still be able to go out and get one, but he's gonna be running for his life, as we like to say around here, behind an average at best offensive line, which only leaves him open for more injuries. And then you have a 50, $60 million problem sitting on your bench because he can't play.
And he going to be at the
Uh,
Wynn Hotel
I
or
ain't trying,
whatever,
I ain't trying
and
to
he
lock,
ain't
I
going to be
ain't
playing.
trying to knock Lamar, but he's been in the league for almost a decade. The secret is out. Like there's not some different version of Lamar Jackson if he goes to a different team. He is what he is.
Yeah, he's
so you,
already peaked because he wasn't a pocket quarterback. Then he became a pocket quarterback, and it still didn't really translate.
See,
so is that the
honestly,
story? Is that the story on Josh Allen too?
You didn't
Hmm.
ask me about Josh Allen.
I just asked. Is that the same story on Josh Allen?
it's fast becoming it.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Oh,
dispute that. Got us. Where do both of their coaches end up?
Right.
That's
Well,
my point.
one,
That style does not prove to win playoff games and get you the Super Bowl. Show me where.
so then that is true about Josh Allen too, then, because he got the same
I
style
just
of
said
work,
it
got
was.
right or wrong.
That's what I just said. Ain't got nothing to
Yeah.
do with Lamar. I said the first thing I said was that style of quarterback, that style of play doesn't hasn't shown to equal winning. Not in the playoffs. I don't care about fantasy football. It's a professional football organization. I, I want real wins. I don't want to win on Yahoo.
Well,
Well, I
speaking
wasn't
of
talking
real
about
wins,
Yahoo, nothing.
it looked like
oh
that boy
man,
Shedeur winning.
no, man,
Shedeur named as Pro Bowl replacement. So Shedeur comes in. He comes in because Trevor Lawrence, Sunshine, decides to decline, and with the injuries of Mahomes, Bo Nix, and I think your boy down there in San Diego that's overrated. He hurt. Uh, Shedeur ends up going to the Pro Bowl. Now, Shedeur, 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. That's the stat going on. 5th round draft pick, going to the Pro Bowl. What do you got? What's your thoughts about? Let's go to you first, Josh.
Man, you could have had the girl that was in the NFL flag commercials replace in the Pro Bowl, and it'd be more legit than this. That's the ultimate pick me. It's like they almost called him, and he just said, "Are y'all going to pay for my flight?" And Roger said, "I think we can make that work." And he was like, "Fine, I'm in." Because how many different AFC quarterbacks would have declined, or that are legitimately injured right now? It's He's going to look at that and he's going to prop that up, and it's going to be like, good for you, buddy, but come on. We all know better. But good for Browns fans. They can have something else to smile about while they pathetically live in Cleveland.
Scratch, what you thinking, brother?
Well, I look at it like the league trying to apologize to him for what Savansky did to him in Cleveland. Or they trying to apologize to him, period, for what they did to him through the draft, through this year, and all that. So they trying to slap a Band-Aid on it by sending him to the Pro Bowl. That's what I think.
You know what? Never thought about that, but that's pretty good. That's pretty good because from a PR perspective, this thing really imploded on the NFL because Stefanski ended up getting fired. You
Yep.
know, are they gonna play this Shedeur? Are you the quarterback next year type
Yep.
thing? I don't know. Him going to the Pro Bowl, I don't care how he got there. He
Mm-hmm.
is there, right?
Right.
Because later on down the road, he gonna be like, I was a 5th round draft pick that went to the Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying? In the commercial, and he gonna throw that arm up, and it's gonna be true as hell. It's
Right.
gonna be true as hell, but it's gonna be
How many
souring
people
people
did
out. Now,
that? How many
was I gonna watch the Pro Bowl? Probably not. Am I gonna look at the Pro Bowl? Probably flip through there. You know what I'm saying? So I might see, because if Shedeur end up being a MVP, is there even an MVP in the Pro Bowl? I don't know. But if he end up getting some kind of award, like you said, it's almost too good to be true, Big Cat. You know what? You might have put me on game right there. What about you?
I've seen everything. I mean, they put Tyler Huntley in the Pro Bowl. I mean, why not? He wasn't even drafted. Forget, yeah, 2022, Tyler Huntley made the Pro Bowl. Just pretty much just go. I mean, I wish the best for Shedeur. I really do. I think him succeeding is good for the NFL, but I don't think it's any kind of apology. I mean, I think it's just guys just don't want to participate in it. They
Yeah,
could care less
it
about the
could
Pro
be a
Bowl.
mixture of that. Yeah, I agree with that. People don't want to participate. Like I said, Trevor Lawrence definitely deserved to be in there. If
I
anything, I
was
mean,
being
like here,
serious. I mean, Tyler Huntley legit made the Pro Bowl in 2022.
If the Pro Bowl was still in Hawaii, them dudes would not have declined because that's a free trip to Hawaii. That thing being stateside, between that and all the different format changes that they're doing, like the games in San Francisco. No offense to San Francisco, but they're like, I could go there. I'm good. Thanks. I'm just gonna stay in, Cancun or rehab, whatever I got going on, and just I'll watch. I'll catch the highlights.
I mean, look. What seriously? Like, what are we talking about? Like, you got like I said. I mean, these guys are better than me. Obviously, I'm not in the NFL, but you got Derek Carr going to the Pro Bowl. Wasn't even on a football team. You got Shedeur, got a handful of starts under his belt. You got, like I said, you got Tyler Huntley. Like, what did he play? 4 games, 3, whatever he played. Like, I don't. It's it's you can't make the case that going to the Pro Bowl is based on merit at this point when you're doing stuff like that. And there's probably other quarterbacks I'm not even thinking about. I think Russell Wilson made the quarterback. Didn't he make the Pro Bowl when Peyton when Peyton benched him last 2 games?
Yeah, and then he
Yeah.
made.
You know what I mean?
I
Like
can't remember if he went if he
it's
went
not
last year.
it's not even based on merit anymore, man. It's just
It's
I
just
don't know.
please NFL players that play this
Watch the
position. Some of you just
Pro
show up and do
games,
this.
whatever you call it. I don't watch it. I couldn't tell you the last time I watched the Pro Bowl.
Right, me neither. maybe
think-
when it
Honestly,
was blowing up the
the
kicker.
last
I
time,
don't know.
I'm not bullshitting you. The last time I watched the Pro Bowl was probably when Sean Taylor killed what's it called, the punter.
Mormon,
Yeah.
the punter.
Yeah, that
Destroyed
might
him.
be the last time I watched the Pro Bowl, like for real.
Yeah, because they don't do that. I think they playing flag now.
Yeah, they play flag and they compete and they combine the points and scoring with all the different little wannabe NHL skills competition things they do. Like they got these dudes out there playing dodgeball. Come on.
It kind of reminds me of like the thing they used to do like back in the day, the quarterback challenges that they used to have. It wasn't. It was like it wasn't part of the Pro Bowl. It was like some other thing they did. It was like sponsored by like Hungry Man.
Yeah, but it was the NFL quarterback club.
Yeah.
But that shit was fun. Like they would have them actually doing stuff that would like a part of like quarterbacking, like hitting the moving targets and shit. That shit was fun to watch. Let's go back to that.
Yeah. So it's safe to say that we're not watching the Pro Bowl this year.
Hell no. I'm watching.
No, seriously, good for them guys, man. It's extra jingle in their pocket too. I mean, they make good money for that, man. Good for them, man. Get your bag.
I agree. Okay,
no,
well,
but I'll be watching the Stadium Series game.
You ready? You ready, Josh? You ready?
Yeah, go. Yeah, come on.
So I should have made a little clip of Josh going off on Friday, but y'all go back and look at the show on Friday. And so there was a new hire in Steeler Town. Let's see. They went from one mic to another. So I need to know the thoughts that's going on in Steeler Nation. Now, what I do know is that there were some people that wanted Tomlin to go. And I got to hear that impersonation you were doing earlier. But listen to this, Josh, and let me know what you think, because I think this is one of those fans that was on the fence.
Hey guys, so we are back from our niece's cheer competition when we got the notification that Mike McCarthy is finalizing deal to become the next Steelers head coach. 11 days is all it took. Tomlin stepped down on the 13th of January, and today is the 24th. It took 11 days for the Steelers to find a new head coach, and they immediately went with Mike McCarthy. They did not even consider waiting for a second interview, an in-person interview with Chris Shula and Nate Steelhouse after their NFC Championship game. No, they opted to quickly and immediately hire Mike McCarthy because, one, he's from Pittsburgh, he grew up a Steelers fan. Two, he has previous working relationship with Aaron Rodgers and Omar Khan. And three, Art Rooney II does not want to go through a rebuild. He doesn't. He doesn't want to go through any of that. Steeler Nation, we're screwed. We're screwed. It is literally Groundhog Day as a Steelers fan. It will only continue to be that as long as Art Rooney is the owner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. As long as he is running the organization, this team is screwed. This team will not see success. We'll see regular season wins, but how many times have we seen that with Mike Tomlin for 19 goddamn years? And I know people are going to say, oh, well, be careful what you wish for. We didn't ask for Mike McCarthy. No. We knew exactly what we wished for when we wanted Tomlin to step down or to get fired. Bottom line is...
No. Wrong, fuckers. You fuckers out there go, anybody but Tomlin. Here's somebody not Tomlin. But we didn't mean that guy. No, fuck you. And fuck your buddy in the background, too. Fuck you both. And I don't know you guys like I know the other people that have been squawking at their mouths, but fuck all you motherfuckers. I don't want to hear any bitching from any of yous. Now, part of what they said was true. Here's what's true. Art Rooney does not like to use the word rebuild. He said retool, which, whatever. He went after McCarthy, not because he was a Pittsburgh guy. That's a nice story. It helps get him over with the fan base. Believe me, they'll be like, that's a fellow Yenzer. No, He did it because he's cheap. He's cheap. McCarthy was the easy hire. He had a lot of momentum behind him. And does he have a working relationship with Omar Khan and Andy Weidel, the AGM? Correct. He has a working relationship with Aaron Rodgers, but McCarthy went out of his way today in the press conference to mention Will Howard. And he does have a bit of quarterback developing. And this is where it's different. And this is where I'm going to remain I'm just going to be like, we'll see what happens. But McCarthy is a change because he is an offensive-minded coach. And he generally leaves the defense to the defensive coordinator. So the big question is, who is going to be the defensive coordinator hire? So that's where I'm going to just kind of choose to stay in the background a bit, and we'll see. But right now, as it says down here, it's hockey season, and I'm a goddamn Pens fan. This Mike McCarthy nonsense, I mean, good for him. He's a local yokel. It's anybody it's if you grow up, you either want to play for the Steelers or you want to coach the Steelers. You would always sit there and think, oh, what would it be like? He's living it out. Good for him. I'm not going to explode with anger like I did Friday night. I'm also not going to sit here and go, oh, Super Bowl, because we'll see how he retools and what he plans to piece together offensively. And the defensive coordinator hire is vital because you got some decisions coming up that you're going to have to make. Does Cam Hayward come back for another year? And then if not, then how are you replacing a genuine Pro Bowler / All Pro? TJ's getting up there. You have 4 stud pass rushers. What do you do with Jalen Ramsey? How do you retool the secondary? You have to look at extending Joey Porter Jr. There's a lot of questions. So I'm not going to get hyper upset and go, oh, we're screwed. Oh. But I'm not going to sit here and go Super Bowl either. This hire was more of a lazy hire. As Stephen A. Smith once said, like either yesterday or maybe today, I don't know when, but it doesn't really move the needle for me. It was irritating to wake up to the news Saturday, though. I'll tell you that. But after careful thought and consideration and consultation and prayers and all that, I decided I'm just going to let it play out. I just am. Because it could be a lot worse. We could be Cleveland's situation, or we could just do what Buffalo did today and just hire from within and upgrade the OC. But fuck this guy. Get this guy off the screen.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Well, since I got that guy off the screen, let me get your guy on the screen.
With that fake ass Pittsburgh hat.
Wait, can I just add something before you do that?
Yeah.
I now get a better understanding of why Josh doesn't like a lot of these other Steelers fans, because he conflated NFL football coaching with cheerleading and driving a PT Cruiser. So go ahead and do your picture thing.
See, that's what I'm saying, dude. I'm telling you, if you guys came here and had to deal with half of the damn yinzers that I have to deal with, you would understand my anger and frustration with this godforsaken.
Actually, I do have a question. Do you think this McCarthy hire will shift the dynamic within the organization with how they're top heavy payroll wise on the defensive side of the ball?
Potentially. Because, like I said, there's a lot of decisions. You have to figure out what you're doing about Jalen Ramsey and a couple others. I think Joey Porter showed that he's worthy of top corner money and extending him. Cam Hayward is a big question. He has guarantees coming up in March, so you're going to have to make a decision. We'll see. Like I said, I'm pausing because I want to see how his makeup of the staff that he brings in ends up being. And then this other talk about Aaron Rodgers and all this, I'm not really interested in that. I think it was purposeful. He went out of his way today to really want to talk about Will Howard, and not so much Aaron or anything else. I think if you're Mason Rudolph, you're sitting there going, like, what the fuck? But I mean, if you're Mason Rudolph, you should be used to that. But I think him talking about developing and everything on the offensive side is encouraging. We'll see what the draft brings. There's a certain way I would like them to go, but again, we'll see. I'm taking the wait and see approach before I driving down the street in a half-ass $5 hat that he probably bought at a local fucking gas station saying we're screwed.
That hat's got
Yeah,
sheets written all over it.
Dude, it 100% has sheets written all over it.
So
These guys don't know what that means.
No, they don't.
I looked at the press conference, and here's a clip from the press conference. And the thing I did notice that he did mention Mason Rudolph. He did mention Aaron Rodgers. He addressed it. You know, he tried to side skirt it, but he did address it head on. But this is the finest moment up to date for the Steelers, and this is y'all new coach.
Great to be able to hire somebody who has such a tremendous winning track record and won everywhere he's been, and so it gives us great confidence to welcome Mike. And so I am happy to introduce Mike McCarthy, the next head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike.
All right, here we go.
You gotta love the Birdman.
And he said, of course, and he said the line, "Here we go," which is the Steelers line. Man.
Hold on.
Yeah. I know where this is going.
I thought at least be able to get started. You know, oftentimes coaches and players, you know, you put on new team colors, and it takes a minute to feel comfortable in those new colors. But to be blessed beyond any measure, one day to put on the colors you wore since you brought home. I apologize. Brett, I told you not to sit my family down here in front. This is so unfair.
He's throwing his family under the bus already.
I mean, to be fair, his mom and dad are literally sitting in the front.
So
I mean,
you gonna start crying, you big ass. Oh,
listen, I know you got a special kind of hatred for him, Crutch, but around here, it is a big deal for a Yinzer. As he has said on Pat McAfee's show a million times, he's a proud Yinzer. It's a proud moment, and it's probably one of those. You have a few of those in your life where it's like, holy shit, it's those pinch me moments. This is one of those where if you ask him 35 years ago, could he have seen this happening? He'd have been like, no.
I feel you, Josh. There are moments in life. There are moments in life where you get choked up before the words even come out. Sometimes, like at a parent's death, a kid's death, your marriage,
a kid's birth,
marriage, stuff like that. But if the Raiders came back to Oakland and they named me the head coach, and I was able to hire all y'all as coordinators, I am not about to start crying. I'm not.
It's just, I told you, man, when I said that the Steelers are a goddamn religion around here, this is what I mean. It is an extraordinarily big deal. I'm not going to clown. Y'all want to clown on him? That's fine. I don't care. I just know that I'm going to be very interested to see what a lot of those anti-Tomlin people are going to potentially do to him and his family the way that they did to Tomlin and his. Because they're from, like, his family's from here. And they still live in the same damn house and everything in Greenfield. I'm not gonna dox their address or anything. He did that enough today. But they're still in Greenfield, and
he must got a big ass house in Greenfield.
It ain't bad. His mom and dad didn't do too bad in life. I'll put it that way.
Well, he don't stay his big ass there no more. His mom and dad still stay in the same house.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he's been there. He's been there recently.
He probably
Yeah,
had a
While
my
that
birthday
mom and
high.
dad
goddamn
still there.
all that goddamn speculation started.
Yeah,
So
my mom and dad there. I'm there.
Josh, y'all went from
The king in the north! The king in the north!
to this.
This fan base means the world to me because Pittsburgh's my world, and it's just awesome to be back here.
You could still be king in the north and get emotional. That's fine.
You can't. I can't. We can't talk because
I hate the Raiders. I hate the Raiders. I hate the Raiders.
John, calm down. John, they'll win the next time, John.
I hate the Raiders.
That kid is traumatized.
So, Josh, do you think keeping Aaron Rodgers would be a good thing? I think it would be a good thing for McCarthy because it buy him some time. Because I mean, let's not ignore the elephant in the room. They was just in Dallas, so I don't think he's a bad hire as everybody made it feel at first. I mean, I think he might be able to get y'all over the hump to a Super Bowl. I don't know, but it'll give y'all a better chance than y'all been having.
Over the hump to what?
I
How many
don't.
playoff games did he win with Dallas?
I don't.
It's
I don't.
Dallas. You got Jerry
I don't.
Jones there.
I don't think in terms of like giving him time. Aaron Rodgers isn't going to give him any more time or anything than he's already got. Like let's not beat around the bush. McCarthy wasn't the young hire, so it ain't like we're going to be, talking about McCarthy being here for 20 years. I don't see that. I don't think I really, if you're going to ask me, would I want Rodgers back? The only way I say yes is if it's extraordinarily cheap. And I mean cheaper than the deal he got this year. If not, I am A-okay in seeing what if he went out of his way to talk about Will Howard today. I am A-okay with seeing what you have next year. Because the schedule lines up and the schedule is, without the exact dates, but we know who we're facing. We know our opponents and stuff. The schedule, while it's not as hard as this year's was, the schedule there's potentially some tricky potholes in there, shall we say. So you can have the chance to show development. Now, is some part of this fan base going to be pissed off? Of course, because they're fucking idiots. But they're going to be idiots regardless. So I don't think Aaron Rodgers does anything more significant than what he did this year, which was lead the team to a division title that very few people, except your boy when he went and bet on him in Vegas. Thanks, Vegas. Um, I don't think there's anything else left there. I don't think he leads the Steelers to like an AFC championship appearance. I don't. I can't see that right now.
Okay, so how long do you think he lasts?
McCarthy?
Yep. What's the over under?
I would set it at 5.5.
Seasons?
Yes.
That's a pretty good amount of time.
Exactly. He's even at his age, he knows going in. First of all, being from here, he knows. There's no fucking sugarcoating it. He knows what he's walking into. And he knows that the Rooneys are going to be patient. Now, some, like me, may also call it cheap, but again, he knows the situation walking in there. He knows that the Rooneys aren't going to pay him to spend 2 years in Cancun to not coach. He's got all the time he wants. I didn't hear the details about the length of the contract or anything this year. It would not shock me, knowing how the Rooneys operate, if they gave him a 3 or 4 year deal with team options following that to extend. But that's how they operate. So I would say 5.5, and it'll be largely contingent upon him. Like, if he wants to step aside after 3 or 4 years, they're gonna mostly make it his call, unless he literally has like 4 straight 3-14 type seasons, and the entire city is like up in flames, about ready to riot. At which point, I will look at each and every one of them and say, "How many of y'all wanted Tomlin fired? I want to see a show of hands." And I will walk by each and every one of them and flip them all off individually, because they did
That's
ask
fair.
for this.
I give it 5.5 seasons. Sound good to me.
Mm.
That sounds pretty good. So there's been new coaches. There's new coaches being hired. So Buffalo has their coach, right?
Joe Brady, yes.
Joe Brady.
Their offensive coordinator. They
Uh,
promoted him today.
obviously had to be okayed by Josh Allen. And like Big Cat said earlier, what's the story with Josh Allen? Because I promise you, I remember I used to tell y'all about these top tier quarterbacks, and I used to tell y'all it's too early to tell. Like, are they peaking already? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Josh Allen can't go to another level or two, but I'm just saying, like, the jury is still out right now. So, with that being said, what's the story with Josh Allen? Do you think that's a good hire? Do you guys think that's a good hire? Crutch, where you at? Let's let you kick this off.
Well, me for one, excuse me. And I ain't no Buffalo fan, but I said they might as well move Josh Brady up to head coach. I mean, shit, he been there coaching the dude. He might as well go ahead and be the head coach. That would be smart for him to do instead of trying to pull somebody in. So I think that was a pretty good move. Now, what's that gonna do for Josh? I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with him, like I am with Lamar, because shit, Lamar didn't drop them passes that he hit them fools in the chest with, and the ball popped out their chest and all this other shit. He didn't do that. So he did his job. Everybody else didn't do theirs. So everybody looking at him like, oh, well, he can't win the big one. So you can also say the same thing about Josh Allen, because he keeps getting there and he's not winning the big one. He has yet to make it to the Super Bowl. He just won an MVP last year. So, I mean, what are we talking about here? I think these dudes, this day last year, both of them, really, you either need to step up or shut up, because, like I said a couple of years ago, Black, and you was there, I don't see nobody in the playoffs that's under 25, 26 years old. All these dudes is getting younger. They're not getting older. So they better make their mind up of what they're going to do, and that includes Dak Prescott.
Man, hey, that boy said they better put up or shut up, huh?
Man,
Yeah, I
it's
agree
that
with you. I
time.
agree with you on that totally. Like, I mean, because everybody complain about Mahomes so much, but I'm trying to. It's starting to look like the gap between Mahomes and all these other top tier quarterbacks is a lot bigger than people want to acknowledge. Is that because of the franchise? I don't know. If we're just looking at quarterbacking, then that's what I'm gauging it on. But it's there for the taking. It's there for the taking, because all it takes is one of these quarterbacks. Let's say Sam Darnold gets a Super Bowl. Now he's going to be considered one of the elite quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? And God forbid if he was to even go to like the championship the following season, even without QB Act, that's probably going to leave. Um, then it's just, oh, you're good for 1 or 2 seasons. Now you're thrown at the top because I think the talent pool isn't as good as it used to be because it was always quarterbacks that was always top tier and they always played top tier, whether it was the regular season, playoffs, and all that. It was a handful of quarterbacks, and any of them could win the Super Bowl. But I'm not seeing that now. We have good quarterbacks now. I just think the talent pool ain't like it used to be. And I hate to say that because it makes me sound like an old head, but it's just true.
Wait, you're saying you think that the NFL quarterback talent pool is shallower? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
From
Because
top to bottom, or you mean like elite?
elite,
Oh,
not top to bottom. No, not top to bottom. Just elite. This the top eight quarterbacks. Top 7 quarterbacks. Because just like y'all said, Lamar, like I can hear Crush argument because like you can say Lamar Hurd or Lamar whatever, but he was like the MVP like just yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he did everything that people said he couldn't do, and it's just a couple bad drops and no, a few bad drops, and yeah. So now he's almost falling out the top tier almost. When really he's a top tier quarterback, like for real, like maybe better than Josh Allen, but it's just it's too much. It's too fickle for me. Like I'm saying, when we go back to when it was Troy Aikman and Montana and Young and I'm saying it just them was the very best quarterbacks at that time. Let me see who else was just solid during that time all the time. Let me look at the quarterbacks in the 90s and the 80s. That was the top quarterbacks. Even like even with Marino, you knew Marino, even though he didn't ever win one, you knew he could. They could do it. He was going to be elite every year. These quarterbacks, they just putting up the numbers, but no results. And I guess Marino falls in that, but he still gets love, and he's the bottom of the barrel of that.
I will make a
Well, in
comparison.
Marino's case, he went up against Joe Montana, and you know what I'm saying. So I guess all of them have their kryptonite because Marino had to go up against certain cats too. He didn't just, you know what I'm saying. When he came into the league and got there, it's just every year ain't promised. And if you don't have no defense, then you damn sure ain't gonna go nowhere. And Miami ain't never had no defense, even to this day. They start to get one, and then them niggas go start going fishing in South Beach and shit.
John
If
Elway
I
is a quarterback.
if I'm yeah, John Elway was, but if I may, Black, I'm gonna compare a couple of the quarterbacks you just mentioned, and I'm gonna compare them to hockey, and you're gonna have to give me a minute to get there, but allow me to do this. Josh Allen to me is current present day Connor McDavid, where I believe he is the most talented and offensively gifted, and obviously he's a big star, but he just can't crack that damn ceiling. That's the main thing about him. And the same could be said for Lamar. Like Lamar's right there. Big star, big talent. I think Lamar is more like Ovi. Lamar is more beloved like Ovi was. And there was always an Ovi versus Crosby debate. And they saw Crosby as the better overall player, much like how people see Mahomes. Not only does he have the wins, but he also has like the individual, like you see those moments of brilliance that Mahomes just pulls something out of his ass. It's the same thing with Crosby. And I think for Lamar, he much like Ovi. Now, see, Ovi had his 1 year when he was further along in his career. They got that 1 year that they went on a magical run and won it. And the entire discourse around Ovechkin changed because he just needed one. That's all he needed. And that's the comparison that I would make for Lamar. And Josh Allen is quickly going towards that side. But Josh Allen still, I would put him more like McDavid and Lamar be closer to Ovi because I think there's more mileage on Lamar based on everything he did at Louisville and in Baltimore, and how banged up he is. And yet he keeps going. Same thing with Josh Allen, but Josh Allen didn't go through. He played at Wyoming. Josh Allen was more raw coming out of college, but he got developed and he developed properly. And now look at him. I just think like Matt Stafford is like an Ovi. The discourse on Matt Stafford was he couldn't win because he was in Detroit. He had all these offensive gifts, like his cannon for an arm, like Ovi's slap shot. Matt Stafford goes and wins one Super Bowl, and he's probably going to win the MVP this year. And we're talking about Matt Stafford like his Hall of Fame resume and everything with the numbers and everything else he's got. That one ring changes it. And that's where I think the discourse is for a guy like Josh Allen and a guy like Lamar. Like those two specifically, because we could say the same thing about Burrow. Yeah, Burrow made it to a Super Bowl, but at the end of the day, he lost, like Marino. But Burrow, we kind of push to the side because you see how crazy Burrow is with his receivers, but he's another one that can't stay healthy. For whatever reason, he can't finish a damn season. He can't even get to a dozen games half the damn time. So, but you see guys like Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is like a reclamation project. Like he went to, like we talked about on Friday, he went to the perfect place. He went to quarterback rehab. He went to San Francisco for a year. And quarterback rehab there, if I'm Kyle Shanahan, and if I'm a dude that has to accept a backup role, I'm going there because Mac Jones is going to get paid this summer. He's going to get paid. Somebody's going to reach out and go after Mac Jones.
So you see all those top tier quarterbacks you just named, present day top tier quarterbacks that just need that one Super Bowl to solidify or validate who they are. If Marino got just that one Super Bowl, imagine what they'd be saying about him. But he didn't break that, right? All these quarterbacks I just named, I didn't name Brett Favre. All those quarterbacks I just named, other than Marino, they all got Super Bowls. And they all was playing with each other, and they all scrapped and scraped and got at least one. And what I'm saying is, these quarterbacks now, Lamar probably not gonna get no Super Bowl. Joe Burrow probably not gonna get no Super Bowl. Josh Allen be lucky if he get a Super Bowl. Like all these new quarterbacks that's supposed to be him, they're probably not gonna win Super Bowls. So that's why I say, and that's why I say that the talent is. What was the word you used, John?
I think the league is deeper in quarterbacks. There may not be as many elite quarterbacks.
Yeah,
deeper,
but
not elite.
But you were saying I thought the quarterback talent is it was the word you used. Dang, I wish I remember, but anyway, no, I think it's less of a. I don't want to say less like they're garbage. I'm just saying it's not as strong. It's not as strong as it used to be, and that's why I'm critical on the quarterbacks that I am because I've seen great quarterbacks battle each other when they sometimes win, sometimes lose. All these guys, all they doing is lose to Mahomes, and then when Mahomes ain't in it, now it's gonna be either Sam Darnold or Drake May that's the quarterback that won the Super Bowl. So one of those elite quarterbacks lost their opportunity right there.
Well, May didn't. May's only in the second year.
Well, no, he's saying like Josh Allen. He's saying essentially like Josh Allen and like others missed the opportunity to jump on because the field was so thinned out this year.
It was definitely Josh Allen because he had no road games this year. He didn't have to travel to the West Coast one time. All his 18 games was on the East Coast. So it was set up for Buffalo to do exactly what they were supposed to do, go to the Super Bowl. And they didn't. So his window has now closed. And I remember you heard it here first.
Yeah, Big Cat said it's closed. I was about
Even
to say
if
if it
they
ain't closed, he's gonna
automatically
have to go
somehow,
through the chimney
even
or
with
something
the coach,
because
they're the preseason favorite for next year.
yeah, I
Which is
bet.
insane to me.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not saying it's closed. I'm saying that was a go. It was there was definitely a golden opportunity missed this year. But you
I
got to
know
win.
you didn't say it. I said
Well,
it.
it's gonna
You got
be
to
up
win
to
that.
him
You
now.
have to win that. You have to
He
win
had a
that
lot of
game in
influence on
Denver.
that coach.
Their
But
window is
The
closed.
front door was open and now you gotta break in. Now why you gotta break in when your front door was wide open?
Wide open.
hey, people can kick down doors. So I mean,
We know
we
Why
see.
why.
the door was
You know
open? The
why?
lights was
You know
on.
Oh, I'm not saying. Hey, look, I'm not saying he shouldn't have walked in the damn door. But just
we know
because that door is closed, don't mean that you can't still get in. There's still
it,
access points. It's
it's
just
No, there is
it's a
not.
lot more tricky.
No, there is not. They seen you coming. They got fully secured up in that motherfucker now. There's no way in now. You're done.
it's kind of funny how things flipped for Josh Allen. He went from the quarterback that played the perfect game that lost without getting the ball in overtime to
Correct. On
now the
semantics, on
world
a
on his
stupid
shoulders.
ass rule. Yes.
Well, that
And
tells me the window really closing
I don't think the
because
windows. I don't
because
think the windows closed because I don't see the AFC getting that much better next year. I don't
why
like
not?
if you were because Cincinnati's not doing anything on the defensive side of ball, so they're not changing anything on their end with their Achilles heel. Mahomes is out. At the earliest, he comes back the end of October, and that's if he gets that Ray Lewis deer antler spray. But I ain't betting on that. Um, Lamar, he needs to be restructured, and they've got a lot of aging pieces on that defense,
Can I
and
say something real quick?
his O line's gone. The team that's on the come up, you're gonna love this, Black. Those goddamn Jacksonville Jaguars. But
I
can
was
you really
waiting.
trust them?
I was
Because
waiting for you
Josh,
to mention somebody that was actually in the playoffs. You was talking about all these teams
yeah,
that
a
used to
team
make
that
the
Josh
playoffs.
Allen beat.
Yeah, all these teams that wasn't in the playoffs.
Okay, so you think Cincinnati and Baltimore are not going to make the playoffs next year? If you were
Nope.
betting right now,
Nope.
you think
Nope.
Pittsburgh, you think my Steelers are going to make the playoffs?
Nope.
You think the Browns?
Nope.
They're all in the same
Um,
division. One of them's got to make it.
by definition, one of them have to make it. Do you know how the playoffs work? Like,
Shit,
like,
just
try
because
again.
y'all
Try
7 and
again.
just 'cause y'all 7 and 10, shit,
Hey, hey,
y'all still
hey!
make
I
the
get it.
playoffs.
Dallas hasn't been relevant in a bit, and you've been kind of off. You're
Ain't
off your
nobody
game.
talking about Dallas. We talking about sports. I don't give a damn about Dallas.
Yeah.
And Black will tell you, I give
And
a
apparently you
flying fuck
forgot how
about
sports
Dallas.
work because the playoffs mean somebody from that division has to make it. So you just sitting there going, nope, nope, like a 5-year-old. Apparently you forgot how the damn playoffs work. So you needed a little bit of a reminder. So
You done?
gave you the
You
reminder.
done?
You're welcome.
You done?
So who's making the playoffs? Oh, Sage?
Y'all
Actually,
won't.
who could be a big year for? I just because you mentioned, I kind of forgot that it might be too little, too late for Mahomes by the time he gets back on the field. Could be a big make or break year for Herbert.
I got to be honest.
Yeah, because they get both
It
their
was
tackles back. They had their whole offensive line out this year. They get their linemen back next year.
I mean, yeah, it's an improvement on a line this year that was NAIA, but can you trust them to stay healthy next year? Can you trust Herbert to stay healthy? That's another
Yeah,
injury-prone dude.
if he quit getting hit.
And like
Man,
Tomlin said, if my aunt had male parts, she'd be my uncle.
right. And the thing about
Yeah, but Tomlin ain't y'all coach no more.
the
So
reason
quit
why the
quoting him.
Chargers ain't winning is not because them tackles was out. That ain't why.
Man, look, you ain't gonna keep hurting on the Chargers, bro.
It could be difficult. No seriousness, it could be difficult to keep
Just like
that
John
type of
said, this is a
offensive
make or
line
break
healthy
year
with
for
the style
Herbert
of football
because
that they play.
he lost to Jacksonville already. Now he just lost again. Like what? I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. He supposed to be elite. Everybody saying he was upper tier elite.
Come on, man. He
And I'm
played with
like,
a better
where?
man, bro.
I was telling y'all where. Where y'all see that at? Because his
Mike
numbers were saying that.
Mike
Yeah, okay.
McDaniel
He
is
played
the
with a
O
better
coordinator
man,
there now.
bro.
I don't know about that.
Now, you know what? They do got a good old coordinator now, though. If he don't do it now, if he don't do it in the next 2 years, I'm talking about like winning like multiple playoff
They got a
games.
good coordinator, but they still have a conservative coach.
Exactly. That's where I think it's a clash.
Right.
I'm like, Jim Harbaugh and Mike McDaniel do not match. I don't get that at all. But good luck to him.
Because Jim Harbaugh is really a defensive coach.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
just
he's a
like the offense to be ran a certain kind of way. He old school. He need that running game involved in his offense. You can do what you want on the offense. Just make sure you involve something. Make sure that running game is heavily involved.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that'd be able to happen. But I think Herbert is gonna make the bad throw. That's what he always gonna make the like when at the end of the game when you need 2 or 3 good throws, he gonna sail one of those and might throw the other one as a pick. He might get one of them in there, but
Man, yeah. But could you imagine if Houston had competent quarterback play in the playoffs
yeah,
with
because
that
they defense
defense? Phew. Like, you want to talk about an opportunity missed this year.
so opportunity missed. The Broncos missed the opportunity this year because of the injury of Bo Nix.
And because they don't take the fucking points when they're on offer before a fucking snowstorm shows up.
Right.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up.
Mm.
I'm glad you brought that up. The
because they played.
Broncos and the Patriots. Let's go there first. Do you think if Bo Nix would have played, they would have beat the Patriots?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
Guys,
It would have been
what you think?
it would have been low scoring, but I think they would have won like 13-10, 17-10, something like that.
I
But
think it certainly would have increased their chances. But I don't know. New England may have also. Well, I mean, the weather was pretty bad, but they might have been forced to be a little bit more aggressive too, with having to go up against a competent offense. But
Right.
it wouldn't have surprised me. I mean, Denver's legit.
pisses
First
me
of
off
all,
how
New England didn't even score except for off that punk ass turnover where this nigga gave the ball to him like a dummy. Other than that, all they did really was kick field goals. So if the motherfucker would have took his points instead of going for it on 4th and 2 or 3 or whatever it was, and then they
I
turn
mean,
around and get a ball right back to him and they score a touchdown off a turnover because he throw a backwards pass or whatever they call it, and then New England scored, then the game is totally different.
it.
So
yeah,
to
for
me,
sure.
Denver gave him
But
that game.
New England's defense kind of, sometimes force you in a lot of that stuff too. Their defense isn't they aren't exactly slouches either.
They're good. I think New England's defense is good. They've got some really good parts. Like, I love Christian Gonzalez, but my God, there is literally nobody that had an easier path this year. Literally, what, the 31st or 32nd ranked schedule? You play a team in the wild card round that has NAIA level offensive line. Basically, could put water jugs back there and just waltz to a win. You've got a second round game where the quarterback who just pissed down his leg 6 days prior continues to piss down his leg showing up in your building, and you have to do next to nothing to beat them. And then, oh man, we got to go on the road. We got to go to Denver. Tough place to play. Oh, did you hear the news? On the next to last play, their quarterback snapped his ankle like a twig. Look at that, fellas.
Man, Stroud, 10 turnovers in 2 games, man. That's crazy.
They moonwalked to the. I think they could have had Cam Newton, New England version of Cam Newton, and still would have made the damn Super Bowl. And it just upsets me how I have to deal with idiot Boston people like Dave Portnoy and stuff talking about we invented winning. Fuck out of here. You didn't even get the 6 Super Bowls first.
So it sounds like you guys are not very high on New England. So what do you guys think about the play by Drake May where he didn't tell the lineman that he was going to naked bootleg and get the first down and punch his ticket to the Super Bowl? It's things like that that gets you to the championship. I mean, it's things like that wins championships. So I don't know if you guys are counting out New England, but what do y'all think about that play? Because I think that says a lot about what they got going on over there. I do think that I do think that they got a legit chance.
I mean, they found their quarterback. They got the head. That's where the head coach and quarterback combination matters. They got those right. He made the play that he needed to make to win the game. Good job. I don't see them touching Seattle though, but good luck to him.
I like the play call. I mean, sometimes as a quarterback, in moments like that, you gotta make that gut check call, similar to Mendoza on that 4th down, running for the touchdown while he's going for the first down.
And runs over the dude that plowed him over the year before and talks shit about it. He runs him over in the biggest game of their lives.
You have that with both teams. You gotta love Seattle, how aggressive Seattle was on their. Even though the Rams couldn't get out of their own way at times, how they stayed actively aggressive. They didn't play predictable, running play action on first down, but right on the other side of the 2-minute warning. Instead of just taking the plow forward for a couple of yards, predictable run play, make a team call timeout. Like, I love how aggressive Seattle stayed.
And it didn't hurt that the officials fucking stunk in that game, but
yeah, they did think about the pass interference calls, the missed pass interference calls. But if you take that out of it, when you talk about you like how they played aggressive, the Rams, they were too aggressive. And this is where what I call the Madden football, like these new coaches want to go put on 4th down. Like 4th down is really made for your special teams. I don't know why they try to stretch this extra play out of 4th down because, you're down 4 points and you're right there. You can kick the field goal and now you're only down by 1 point. So even if you were to stop the team, you got to go back and score a touchdown regardless. So the game guys are not going to ever change that. In those situations, you got to go for the field goal. So sometimes being aggressive is not a good thing, but I do like the balance that Seattle came with, and I was shocked at how well Sam Darnold played.
I mean,
not shocked, but surprised.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, he's played pretty well all year, and full credit to him. I don't mind going for it on that 4th down. It's not like some of the other crazy if it's the first half, you 100% take the points there, 100%, and you've got a lot of. But that late in the 4th, I'm not. Let's just say I'm not. That's not the most egregious thing I've seen all weekend. Not even close.
No, it's not about being egregious. It's about capturing the momentum and holding whatever momentum that you have, or the lack of momentum that you have. So, for example, in the first half, if that's the situation, you go for it. You don't get it. Fine, you got a lot of time to recuperate. There's a lot of football to play in between that to take up a little bit of that slack. But when 5 minutes left in the game and you need 4 points and you right there, you can get 3. If you don't get no points, now you just ate up all that clock, and now the momentum is even more on the other team side. Now they can come back down. Your best hope is to hold them to a field goal so you still stay within one possession. But if they score the touchdown, game is over. That just messes everything up.
I
Now,
mean,
if you were to go for the field goal, you get the field goal, you're down by 1. Even if they score a touchdown, you're still only down by 1 possession. And
unless
you
they go
can't
for 2, which Seattle has
but they're
shown in
not
the
gonna go
last.
for 2 though. They're not gonna
Seattle
go for
showed
2
that in
though.
in the last game against the Rams, the second game against the Rams. They did that. They did that exact stuff. Now,
Yeah,
here's the
but they don't
thing.
do that every
On the
time.
right, but on the other side of the coin, if you're down there at the what were they at the 4 or 5 yard line? If you're down there and you come away with no points, well, they get the ball at the 5 yard line. Your defense, you can get them to go 3 and out. You have good field position with time left to be able to come down the field and try again for the touchdown. I can see where McVay was on the line of thinking that McVay had. Whereas if you kick the field goal and you go down 1, worst case scenario, Seattle drives down and scores. They get 6, they're up 7. At that point, if you're Seattle, the right call is to go for 2 because you can go for 2 and literally end the game, or worst case scenario, you're still only up 7. But
Yeah.
you're Seattle, you can literally end the game with a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, but that's
But
the best case scenario that they go 3 and out and they play. And if they do come down and score 6 points and you go up 7, you put them in position. Now you make them make the decision. And then if they don't get it, then that's that momentum thing again. Like you gotta nip and tuck the momentum as much as you can when there's that much time left. I'm not thinking, I mean, like for sure, if you were to come up to me and be like, Black, we can ice this game right now, go for 2. The worst thing we could do is just be up 7. You know what I'm saying? I would probably go for it. But I don't think a lot of coaches is going I don't think they have to do it 10 times, thinking they're going to do it like 5 times. So I can see what you're saying, but I would make them make that decision, not score no points, like get no points. Like I'm not doing that. I'm not going all the way down there and get no points. And their offense was playing good anyway. They wasn't stopping. They wasn't stopping Seattle offense.
But so was the Rams. I mean, the Rams literally just drove that whole way down the field. So McVay's backing an offense that has Kyron Williams, Puka Nakua, and the probable MVP. He's putting the ball in his best player's hands there and just saying, "Okay, one play, boys." And if not,
No, you get your
hopefully we
point.
still have a little bit.
You get your points, man. It was you only got 4 minutes left on the clock. You get your points. You cut the game down to 1 point. You make them have to make the crucial decisions because now they got to hurry up and get first down. They can take their time and get them, but they need first downs. If you don't go for you don't go for it, and you don't make it. Now you done gave them the easy way out.
What's the easy
It's a
way
lot
out, though?
easier for them to run there. It's a lot easier for me to run my offense now.
Because we still
like,
up 4.
like you said, they ain't stopped you and you ain't stopped them. So why would you get down here now and not get your money? Because it's a chance of defense to stop
they
them.
still be up 4, and even if they got 2 first down and kicked it, and you get the ball at the 2 minute, you still got to score a touchdown.
Which, if in that scenario they get 20 yards, so that would have been at like the 25-yard line. Typically, they kick. So if you're telling me I got Matt Stafford and I got to go 75 yards in 2 minutes, I'll take it.
Yeah, you would, but they also didn't score. They just got down there and didn't score. They just got down there with the same Matt Stafford. Now, granted, it's the last drive, and that's what makes Matt Stafford Matt Stafford. But it could play out, and you would rather it played out like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the whole difference in not getting any points because
I mean, if
you got to put yourself in the best position to win.
if you mirror it and say they get the ball, say you kick your point, say you take your points and you get it at you get down 1. All right, so then Seattle does the same exact stuff that they did on offense that they just did when they were at the shadow of their own goal line. They run that same offense. That 28-yard difference is a field goal attempt because Seattle was holding the ball. Seattle had everything, and then they shot themselves in the foot, and they were just outside of field goal range. So they coffin cornered the Rams. But if you give Seattle that extra yardage, like let's say he just takes the ball out to the 25, that's 20 extra yards. That's a field goal attempt. Or if they kick the ball in the end zone, the ball goes all the way out to the 35, that's 30 yards. So then he kicks the field goal and you're back down 4, and now you're getting the ball kicked off to you.
Right, and you still got Matt Stafford with what, a minute and a half left.
Right. So I mean, we're talking about like 6 in one hand and half dozen in the other.
But
No.
didn't they end up? But
What
didn't
I'm
they
saying
end up
is,
stopping them?
no, it's
Didn't
better
they
that
end
you
up
have.
stopping them anyway? Didn't the Rams end up stopping them anyway, and they had to punt the ball back to them?
They coffin cornered it. But if you give them the yards,
But
like what
it
you
don't
guys
matter. They still had to punt the ball back to them,
There
right?
was
what
no
you're not
time
you
left.
didn't pay attention to what I said because they did that because of the field position they were in by the Rams not making the first down, which by the way, that's the biggest egregious mistake out of the whole thing, was taking the shot to the end zone when you could have got the first down at the 2-yard line. Like
Yeah, I
not
agree with
having
that too. I
that's the
agree with
bigger
that too.
mistake that nobody's talking about. Everybody's saying, "Oh, they didn't get it on 4th down." They didn't score the touchdown. They went for the score. They could have just got the first down and been fine.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
should have
bigger
ran it.
error.
They
That's the
didn't.
bigger error.
They
They
threw
could
it
have
on
kicked the
3rd and 4th
field
down, I
goal, man,
believe.
fine too.
But if you give Seattle the extra 20 to 30 yards, that drive that they put together, even though the Rams forced them to punt on the actual drive itself, that 20 or 30 yards puts them well into field goal range. And
Yeah,
then
but
you're
there's no
back down
guarantee that
4
it's going
anyways.
in. There's no guarantee that it's going in. But let's just say if it did, I get what you're saying. But the
Yeah.
thing is, you want to put yourself in the best position to win. That means you want the ball with Matt Stafford with a minute and some change. So two of those scenarios we just gave gives you that. The one I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying that if they go for the field goal and then whatnot, that still makes them have to make the big hard decisions. And so that gives yourself the best position to win. And the one that they took, the aggressive one, the one that was all in their hands, if that doesn't work, there goes the neighborhood. And went the neighborhood. So that's what I'm saying, being over aggressive in the coaching. Like, I'm not saying that it's necessarily the worst coaching call. I'm just saying it's a trend that automatically, while you down there, you go for it on 4th down. When for 13 years it used to be you go for the field goal, and it was the reason for that though, and it worked out just fine. Because you would get the 3 points, kick the ball, they're going to run the ball 3 times. They get a first down, they're going to run it 3 more times, just stop them, make it punt. You get the ball with a minute and some change. And then you make your name in the playoffs. That's how that works.
I don't mind the call. I just mind that they went for the end zone and not the first down. That's
I agree
I
with
th-
you on that.
I
I
think
agree.
that's the big error there because
I agree
even
with you.
then, yeah, because even then, you get the ball, you have the ball at the 2-yard line. You could literally then play clock and force Seattle to use timeouts, and then you literally are forcing their hand at that point.
All right. Well, with that being said, it's our final topic for the night, fellas. The Super Bowl prediction. So we got the Rams, we got Seattle. We're gonna go around and y'all let me know what y'all
Got the
think.
Patriots in Seattle.
Patriots in
I meant
Seattle.
Patriots. I meant Patriots. Patriots and Seattle. Sorry. Uh, I was thinking the Rams was gonna go. I was rooting for the Rams. But
Two of us.
what do you think, John?
I'm leaning Seattle in a close one.
Well, my young homie told me the other day, he said, "Man, ain't your brother named Sam?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You got a brother named Donald too, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's who gonna win the goddamn Super Bowl."
Sam Darnold.
I'm going with the Seahawks.
Take the Seahawks, and if they're laying anything less than 5.5, take that too.
I think it's 4.5 right now, right?
Oh, if it is, hammer it.
Man, well, I'm gonna go with the Patriots. I just think the Patriots are gonna win. I don't have no real reason. I think the real Sam Darnold gonna
Yeah.
stand up, but being that my bro said my name and his other bro that Seattle's gonna win, it's hard to go against that. But I just think that that defense is gonna get after him. But Seattle look legit though. They really look legit. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna pick the underdog. No, fuck the Patriots. I'm going with Seattle. Fuck the Patriots.
Hey, John, do you have the odds pulled up?
Yeah,
Fuck the
4.5.
Patriots.
Tell me Jackson Smith and Jigba MVP odds right now.
Yeah, fuck the Patriots. Roll up my gelato on these Patriots. Smoke a Patriot pack. They tried to make the Raiders the Patriots. Hey,
They trying
McDaniel's
to
over there
right
too.
now.
There we go.
Hey, McDaniel's over there.
He
Who?
trying to
Yeah,
get
as
What?
over
the O
there.
coordinator. Yeah, he's back
Oh
as the
yeah,
O
man. Fuck
coordinator
the
in New England.
Patriots. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to work on my cussing this year, but fuck the Patriots though.
I mean, but
Hold
you
on,
do
where's
still
the?
have Tom Brady in your building. I'm just throwing that out there.
And fuck him too. I'm
Man,
telling everybody he's
he gonna
sabotaging us.
he gonna
He's a
hire y'all
mole.
next. He gonna hire y'all next quarterback.
He's a
John,
What the
mole.
hell
what are
is?
them
That's
odds?
what I'm looking for. I'm looking
Okay.
for the. Where is it? Pop it. Right, here you go.
That boy Tom Brady making sure we don't be nothing
And
forever.
Jigba
Yeah.
right now is plus 550.
Ooh, might have to jump on that too.
What's Sam Darnold? That's probably gonna be the MVP.
Plus 115.
See,
He's the favorite. May's
So I was about to say,
May's
him and
up
May
next.
are going to be the
So
two
are the
favorites for
quarterbacks.
sure.
Yep.
Hit the outro music, Black.
You know what? Y'all ain't gotta go home, but y'all gotta get